Perhaps the worst thing about a wood-burning boiler is overheating. The Atmos boiler has a recommended operating mode between 80 to 95 degrees Celsius. If the temperature exceeds 95 degrees, then we are talking about overheating, in which case immediate measures are required, as there are major risks, both for the boiler and for your comfort. How can overheating occur? Accidentally. There is a P0011 controller, respectively a thermocontroller, or a contact thermostat. The starting temperature can be changed accidentally, by involuntary touch, while cleaning the boiler. If this knob reaches the maximum position, then the recirculation pumps can start at temperatures of 100 to 110 degrees Celsius instead of the recommended values of 75 degrees Celsius. To avoid accidental overheating, before starting the boiler, check if the settings of the manually operated accessories correspond to the normal operation of the boiler. Lack of supply voltage. In case of a prolonged power outage, in this case, water recirculation in the installation is stopped, and the temperature in the boiler starts to rise, which leads to overheating. In order to avoid overheating due to the lack of electricity, an appropriate backup solution will be installed. It uses pure sine inverters and a dedicated battery for thermal plants. Do not use car batteries or UPS for personal computers. The backup system should take care of the pumps during the power outage, and the battery for it should last long enough to power your pumps for the entire combustion period, which could be an average of 5 hours. Another mandatory accessory is the cooling loop, with valve TS131, which transforms this into this, enhancing your protection against overheating. What does it do? The cooling loop is connected to a running cold water, and by the time the temp reaches 95 degrees, the valve will let the cold water in, cooling down the boiler temperature. If you don't have one, you should install it right away. Hint: the running water should be an independent source from the city or from a storage tank, as the power outage to not affect it. If the space allows, a solution to eliminate overheating is the installation of storage tanks. However, this setup, in addition to space, also requires qualified personnel, being a complex work. What should be known: if the boiler is dropped out at high temperature, there is a safety valve in the mandatory boiler installation, which is designed to withstand a maximum pressure of 3 bars. But this point means a temperature of 140 degrees in the boiler, in which case the phenomenon of boiler discharge occurs. Fortunately, the guys from Atmos have done an excellent job regarding the durability of these boilers even at 140 degrees Celsius. However, in this situation, there will also be damage. Since not all internal sensors are designed to withstand high temperatures. One of the sensors that will definitely fail is the S0021, because it operates in a maximum range of 95 degrees Celsius. This is one of the sensors that will become practically unusable in case of overheating or boiler discharge. As the S0021 sensor is also responsible for fan activation. It must be replaced as soon as possible. Another sensor that will fail at temperatures above 100 degrees is the P0011 controller and SIR, as I mentioned, in the case of its decalibration. The recirculation pumps will not open the circuit at the recommended temperature, which will again lead to boiler overheating. If you have been in the situation of overheating and even of boiler discharge, it would be an excellent idea to check these sensors for their proper functioning before using the Atmos boiler. I hope you found this video useful. Until next time, stay safe.